Hi, it's Dale. Just wanted to show you today how to turn a dress shirt, yes, a dress shirt, into fabric that you can use into a quilt. A lot of the times people will have leftover shirts from a loved one that they want me to incorporate into a quilt for them and their family, and this is how I do it. Okay, so you start with a basic dress shirt like this, and what you're going to end up with is basically just the collar and then the back, the yoke that you can't really use because it, I mean you could use it, but it's kind of thick. It's already 2 layers and sometimes it has additional fabric in there so that you don't want to use. And then down the front you're going to have this strip of the buttons where the buttons go. So basically you end up with just this carcass of the shirt, of the collar and the buttons that you can't use. So with a dress shirt, what I do is I just start on the front, and there's this seam that goes under the armpit. This is the arm here. And just follow that seam straight up and get this front panel with the buttons out of it. And then cut all the way up along the buttons and cut that out of there. So then you'll have just this flat front panel. Right? It's kind of this shaped like that. And there's going to be this ridge along the bottom here that you also need to cut off. And just throw that piece away. And so do that with the other side, and then also do it with the back. One thing I did want to show you on the sleeve is that you have this button here once you open it up. And I actually will leave that there because it's kind of interesting in a quilt to sometimes come across a little detail work like this, or a button or something, so long as it's not for a child. It would be a choking hazard. You know, it kind of adds an element of interest when you see squares that have something like this in it. So it's just an idea. You can use that as well. So then what you're left with is a pile of flat fabric. Most of the seams have been taken out and it's all completely flat, ready to use. I would iron it and maybe put a little light starch on it just to give it some structure while you're working with it, because it is a used material. It will be a little bit more floppy than you might want, say, a new material would be. But what I like about this process is as you go through and do the shirts, you start to see a real color palette develop, the dress shirts that you were thinking of using. And then when you're done, you are left with this collar, the front buttons, the arm seam, and the yoke. Now, if you're thinking that this is a good way to go as far as getting cheap fabric at the secondhand used clothing store or something, I would just caution you that sometimes they smell. So you're going to want to check that, and if they do, and you do end up with a fabric that you love, that you really want to use, that is not smelling so great, vinegar will often take care of that, or just heavy detergent, but just watch out for that. I've just run into that a couple times. You're working with it and you're like, what is that smell? So yeah, happy sewing.